Top 3 questions I get asked on this channel. What does the Amazon Relay load board look like? How do I book loads? And when I book those loads, how do I stay so local? These are the relay rates for Tuesday, January 16th.
Let's get into those SoCal relay rates.
Alright, as always, going to put chapters in this, going to look at recommended loads up front, follow that by 53, then we'll take a look at some 26, and then we'll end it out with looking at some spot capacity. Had somebody send me a request. I guess they were having trouble seeing. They asked me if I could show the load board in like full screen. Now, the problem with that is if I take that load board that's in portrait mode or 9:16 mode and I make that full screen, you're going to lose some of the top and you're going to lose some of the bottom, and it's not going to be like true full screen. But kind of thinking about this all this last week is like, or since I got that comment, and it's like, how can I show this as a bigger screen? And so I'm going to try it on the iPad view. So trying something new here. Would love to hear some feedback. I make these videos for you. So you like this new format? Let me know. You don't like this new format? Let me know. I mean, I run this thing like a democracy. I make these things for you. Basically, who I hear from the most is how I'm going to do it. Let's get into this recommended load board here. First things first, so might have to work with me. I'm not used to looking at this on this view, but let's see. Recommended. They have a Sand 3 53-foot provided trailer going up to Oxnard. That is going to be a loaded trailer. Little filled in black circle there means loaded trailer. If it's not filled in, it means it's an empty trailer. Let's see here. HSD2 leaving here in about 30 minutes, going up to Riverside. I'm betting that's probably an empty. Let's see here. Yep, that is an empty trailer. Might help if I know how to use the iPad to do this. Let's see. Sand 5. Here's a 26-foot box truck. $3.22 a mile, leaving, going from Sand 5, going to Imperial, California, and then over to Calipatria, California. I'm used to closing that window out. I guess on the iPad view, you just don't close that window out. 53-foot trailer going from, if they're already giving me LGB7, I will tell you the load board has been exceptionally light lately. I've took better part of the last month off and started really paying attention to this thing on like Friday, Saturday, and today's Monday night. It's going to be Tuesday here in about 10 minutes. It's been probably the worst I've seen the load board of all of Southern California. There's a couple other places I pay attention to, but places I might end up, and it's just been exceptionally light. Heard that from some other people too around the country. But if they're already recommending loads up in like San Bernardino, Rialto, and it's important to pay attention during these times too. I mean, everybody loves seeing a good load board, but what are you going to do when it's not a great load board? Not a lot of recommended loads in San Diego. A bunch of stuff in like Rialto, San Bernardino. Let's just click on one of these and just see. Like, here's San Bernardino going to, I'm betting, Memphis. Bloomington, California to Memphis, Tennessee, they're offering $1.89 a mile. So let's get into that, what I consider to be my local load board. Save searches. Here we go. Otay to Vista Power only. They have one load on there right now. It's that HSD2 we just saw in recommended loads going up to Riverside for $2.72 a mile, $2.94 payout. Let's take a look and see everything. I should have done a trial run with this on the iPad first. I am doing this not blind, but for the first time. Alright, where's that auto refresh feature? I gotta turn that off. Okay, everything coming out of San Diego. HSD2 to Riverside, we've seen that one. Sand 3 going up to Oxnard, that was in recommended as well. Sand 3 going to Oxnard, another one for $2.68 a mile. Sand 3 going to Bakersfield. One pick, one stop. That is a loaded trailer ending up in Bakersfield for $1.39 a mile. I'm real nervous on hitting that book button. UCA 6 San Diego. I'm not familiar with UCA 6. UCA 6 is, this is a multi-stop trip. Kurt Street. I've been there one time. That's kind of down in kind of Point Loma area, down by the airport. Then ending up on Lightwave. Was this a 53 or a 26? This is a 53. Yeah, going to Lightwave in San Diego, then Murrieta Hot Springs and Murrieta. and then ending in Eastville. So 4 stops, 245 a mile. Here's a big trip. Sand 3, it ends in Sand 3, but 718 miles. Let's just see where this is going over to Vegas. So this is taking a loaded trailer over to Vegas and then returning a empty trailer back. Not going to go to Vegas for $1.44 a mile round trip. Vista, let's just see if there's any. I mean, $1.44 a mile, $2.01 a mile, $2.01 a mile, $2.87 a mile. Let's see what that one is. Oh, that's a trailer. See the little R there? Vista to Henderson. R means the trailer is required. So going up to Vista, probably a third-party site, and then ending up over in Vegas. But that little R there does mean trailer is required, not provided. A couple other trailer required ones here. Vista going to Stockton, $1.56 a mile. That doesn't leave until Thursday. I'm willing to bet that price goes up between now and then. And then another one going from Vista to Henderson, $2.18 a mile. That's everything coming out of San Diego. Let's take a look at those box trucks. SD box truck. I got one load, and I had this happen the other day. The box truck market has kind of fallen off here over the last 7 to 10 days. Here's one leaving Tuesday, so tonight at 10:10, going to Mission Viejo. They are paying $2.56 a mile for that, $2.34 payout. Let's just see what some of these recommended are, since there's not a lot on here. They have one in Buena Park coming back to San Diego, so I always have trouble finding, not for me personally, but on these videos, I have trouble finding connecting loads coming back to San Diego. Here's one that if you were in LA, tomorrow at 3:10, 3 stops later, has you back. And, oh, you know what? I saw San, and I assumed San Diego. It's Santa Barbara, so that's not coming back. My apologies. That starts up in Buena Park, going to Ventura. I'm betting a post office. And then another place up in Santa Barbara, I'm betting a post office. And then Eastvale to Las Vegas. That's kind of a big trip for a box truck, but they're paying $2.03 a mile, $4.92. So not a lot going on with the box trucks either. Let's just check and see. I always like to see most of our box truck loads end over in Yuma, or a lot of them do. I see a lot of one pick, one stops ending in Yuma. Let's just see. Yeah, there's no matches right now for a 26-foot box truck. So my job's not to show you how great Amazon is. My job, I feel like, is just to show you how Amazon is. If you think it's good, if you think it's bad, it's your decision to jump into this. But right now, not looking very good. Let's take a look at that spot capacity. Got to put the load board down, get back to the phone view, which I'm used to seeing. All right, so spot capacity, just got this tonight, or earlier tonight, 9:48. They were looking for a shuttle hostler shift up at DAX5 in La Puente, California. They needed somebody there for 8 hours. They're saying 80 an hour. I know they'll go up to 100. This is your one and only chance to negotiate with Amazon. 53-foot power only. Yesterday they needed, this was up in Newark, California, going to Boise, Idaho. One pick, one stop, 665 miles. They were offering $2,392. Again, one and only shot to do this. And then this one, I actually know the guy who got this. I know they put this on here. This was a one pick, one stop going from San 5 to DSD8. It was 42 miles from Otay to Poway. I know on here they say 350. I know the guy who got it. It's $500. So that takes us back to yesterday. Then we're getting back into like really far last week. Thursday, they needed a shuttle hostler up in Irvine, California. They said 8 hours, 80 an hour. They were looking, get there sooner, negotiate on that price. That's spot capacity. What am I doing tonight? I am sitting here waiting for Dock Door 137 to turn green, just killing time down here in Otay.